So today I'm talking about a Chevy or GMC with the P1345 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. And so what is a P1345 code? Well, it's a crankshaft position, camshaft position correlation. And what does this mean? Well, there's sensors that track the position of the crankshaft as it spins and the camshaft as it spins. And the onboard computer seeing that these aren't syncing up correctly. And so it's going to have to be troubleshooted to know why. And so what would be some possible causes? Well, it could be a bad camshaft position sensor. Could be a bad crankshaft position sensor, could be a stretched timing chain, could be a bad distributor, or it could be in the wrong position, could be in the wiring, and possibly the variable valve timing. And so the location of the camshaft position sensor and the crankshaft position sensor is going to vary. It's going to depend on the Chevy, the year, the model, things like this. For example, here's a Chevy 1.8 liter, and there's two camshaft position sensors on this. They're located right here and right here. And the camshaft position sensors will be located up on top of the engine somewhere. The cam sensors are usually located on the block, but on some older vehicles, like the 5.7 Vortec, they're located in the distributor. The crankshaft position sensor is going to be located down at the bottom of the engine somewhere. Again, it's going to vary. It's going to depend on the year, the make, and things like this. It's a good idea to get a diagram where they are at on your particular Chevy or GMC, because it just makes it easier. But the first thing to do is to locate these sensors and to check them out. You can test them if you want to. There's some good YouTube videos on how you go about testing these. Some people will swap them out, but one thing to keep in mind with these sensors is that dependent on the Chevy or GMC, they might have a relearn procedure for the engine to run correctly. So if you do swap these out, be sure to look up if you do have a relearn procedure for the computer to relearn crankshaft and the camshaft position sensors on your particular engine. A very common problem on older Chevy and GMCs is that the distributor is not inside the right location and is throwing the timing off. When this happens, the distributor is going to have to be turned a little bit in order to set the timing correctly. This can be checked with an OBD2 scan tool that has the CMP retard feature or option inside of it. And basically you want to go and check it. If it's on 0, that's perfect. That's where you want it. But it can be plus or minus 2 degrees off of 0 and it'll still work fine. But if it's something really high, like right here, like negative 24 or something like that, then that's no good. And you need to turn that distributor until you can get it really close to 0 or within the plus or minus 2%. And there'll be one bolt holding the distributor down. You basically just loosen it up just a little bit, not much, just so you can turn the distributor. You don't want to take it out or anything. And then you just turn the distributor slightly, like a 1/4 inch, one way or the other way. You get it as close to 0 as you can, and then you tighten that bolt back down. So if you have a good OBD2 scan tool, definitely check that out, especially if you have a distributor. Another thing that could cause this problem is a bad timing chain or timing belt, that it's jumped a gear or it's just become really stretched out from age, and so it's throwing the whole timing off and just causing an issue. You can take a look at it and see if the timing marks are off. For example, right here, these 2 dots right here, they need to be lined up. And if they're off, and one of the timing marks is a little bit before it or a little bit after it, then that timing chain might have slipped, and that's going to cause issues. But keep in mind, sometimes those timing marks will be correct, but the timing chain is so old that it's stretched out, and so it's just throwing the timing off. So if that timing chain has a lot of miles on it, definitely check it out to see if it's stretched out and it's causing problems. And another thing that could cause this problem is the variable valve timing. Not all Chevys or GMCs have this, but the ones that do, they have these solenoids that work with an actuator that can adjust the timing by opening the valves at different times, like when the RPM's real high or things like this. And these notoriously get clogged up from dirty oil and things like this. So if you do have an engine with variable valve timing, check your engine oil, be sure it's not really dirty. And this is another thing that can cause this problem, is that these solenoids that slide in and out, they go bad or they become clogged up with age or old dirty oil, and they can cause issues if this happens. So if you do have variable valve timing, be sure to keep a lookout for that. And so that's basically it. I just wanted to give a basic overview of how you go about fixing a Chevy or GMC with the P1345 code. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.